if you are, you're always thinking about working out. And one of the things that happens over the winter here, as I unbox what I've got here, is that it's hard to get outside and kind of push yourself. And you know, a lot of the equipment that you'll have at your house is great, but it's kind of more of a sustained type of activity. You know, treadmills, bikes, things like that. And I was talking to my buddy, Dave was telling me, you know, one of the great things is because a lot of us don't have a lot of time, is to get exercise piece of equipment that will get your heart rate up, you know, kind of wear you out really, really quickly. And he's like, one of the great things to do that is actually rowing. And you only have to really do it for 2 minutes at full speed to really wear yourself out and get a good breathless exercise in. So I picked this up because it is the cheapest one I could find. So I've got the rowing machine unboxed here, and I ordered a lot of pieces, and one of the nice things is there isn't a lot of styrofoam in the box either, because a lot of times I've got that stuff all over the place. So I read through the instructions, and I think it's going to be pretty straightforward to put this thing together. I will say it does come with a little box that is marked computer, so you're going to have that. It does come with a little bit of a toolkit and batteries for the computer here, because you're going to have to unscrew some nuts and bolts. And then it comes with 2 straps, and these are for putting onto the pedals to hold your feet down. So the first thing you're going to do here on the back is you have this rear lifting bar here. So you're going to unscrew the handle here, this little adjustment knob. You're going to lift this up, and then you're going to reattach it through the back here, and that's going to hold it vertically in this back bracket. And then if we go ahead and flip this over, what you can see here is that the seat is on a roller, and that's really, you're kind of rowing and pushing yourself, your own body weight up. Now, what you want to do here is you want to lift this sucker up, and you want to put this hydraulic into this little bracket here. So that's where your toolkit's going to come into play. And this is a locking nut on this end to tighten it down. So now once you've got that on, what you're going to want to do is attach these handles, and you have 2 bolts here on the top on your bar, which you're going to want to remove. And again, you'll use this Allen key to remove these, because then you'll use these 2 bolts to pass through the handle. These 2 bolts in there, you're going to tighten those down. It's kind of nice, you've got some foam pads for handles here. I feel like as your hands twist those, you're kind of pulling it towards you. These things might get worn out. So, could be a candidate for wrapping them in some sort of like athletic tape or something like that. So I've got that down. So now I'm going to take the computer here, put in the 2 batteries, 2 AA batteries. There's a little bracket here. I'm just going to slide it on to this metal bracket. And then there's a little cable that will plug into this plug right here. And lastly, we're going to take these 2 nylon straps with Velcro, and we are going to run them through the little slots on the bottom of the pads here. Now, I'm running these through here with the sticky side of the Velcro down, and I'm facing the floor, because when I pull it up here, I'm going to run this through this metal loop, and then it's going to fold over and stick on the Velcro on the outside here. Now, I can honestly tell you that this was one of the easiest piece of exercise equipment setups I have ever done. I guess there's just not a lot of parts, and it comes so well assembled out of the box that you don't have to do much. It's just that quick, honestly. And in fact, I don't know, if you didn't put the foot straps on and just put the rear leg on and the handlebars on, you'd probably be good to go, but it's just nice to have all the safety equipment here. As I said, this big wide seat here is what slides, and part of what you're pulling on and pushing against is this cylinder here, but then also, because it's at a slight incline, you're also using your body weight to get that extra resistance. So I just want to quick demo it here and sit down and put my feet in here. Pedals do move a little bit, and then you can just push. Whoa, that's really tight. There is a knob here on the top of this cylinder, and so you can adjust it. I'm going to go all the way to 3 since it was on 12. And wow, that is way easier at that level. Not even kind of knocking myself around a little bit here. I would put this on a floor that's different like this, and maybe even one of those kind of workout pads or a rubber pad or something, but you get to do this and get a little workout. Arms, shoulders, legs, and like I said, if you really dial it in here, turn it up, you could really force yourself to get a good workout on everything. And if my buddy Dave is right, you do this right, you really push yourself with some resistance, you can get breathless pretty quick, exhausted pretty quick, and it's a great way, I think, to kind of get yourself almost to that level of failure without spending a lot of time, right? For those of you that do distance running, you know, you can run a long time and not really wear yourself out. But even for people in pretty good shape, a rowing machine is pretty good. Now, the best thing about this is the price point. Like I said, I looked at some and it seemed like a lot were in the few $100 range, and they seem fine. But this is a pretty nice piece of equipment for $75. I'll be honest, maybe my best fitness investment for 75 bucks. Easy to set up too. I will put a link to this one in the description. It's by Sunny Health and Fitness.